Around the Ozarks is now on your FM radio. Listen to Around the Ozarks mornings with Grace Gooley as I spotlight local people, stories, and podcasts, all while playing the country legends of the 90s and the hit makers of the 2000s. It's on the Ozarks' best country, 105.1 The Bull.
You're listening to The Real Deal Conversations, a podcast designed to encourage, inspire, and equip you by sharing real stories and meaningful conversations that bring real life to the surface. I'm your host, Megan Deal. Let's dive in. This episode is brought to you by Ozark Veterinary Clinic. I am with Cam Stillings today, who is the middle school director at North Point Nixa, and I know him personally, and he is just an all-around fantastic guy. And I have to say this, Cam, because Daniel told me last night, because he knew you were coming on, and if anybody's new to this, Daniel's my husband. Daniel said, you make sure and say this on the podcast to him, Megan. And I said, okay, I will. He said, you let Cam know that he is one of the best around for students, for youth, and let him know that he is just a top-notch guy and how much he invests in the next generation.
That's kind.
Yes. And I said, I will make sure and say that. He goes, no, I want you to make, and he even said it again. He goes, you make sure and say it on the podcast because it needs to be known.
I love it. Love it. Daniel, for listening, thank you.
So anyway, Cam is coming on. We're going to talk about why investing in the next generation matters. Yeah. And it does matter. However, there is a huge disconnect between even my generation, I'm 38, and it's just a very, very different, it's very different. Yeah. And, you know, like Daniel and I will talk about, you know, like our generation did, it was like parties in the field and all the things. And this generation is very electronic focused, very, social wise, very different. Yeah. And so I'm very excited to hear just everything that you have to say and why it's so important for this next generation to need us. Yeah. So, okay, Cam, why are you so passionate about it?
Yeah. Honestly, specifically this topic, I'm really passionate about it because like I wouldn't be really like in the spot I'm at anyways, but even like just where I'm at as a human, I wouldn't be where I'm at without people who invested in me. Yeah. Like I wouldn't be here without pastors and mentors and like evangelists and all these people who have decided to pour into me. Yeah. I genuinely would not be here without them. Like these people, they gave me time, they gave me access, they believed in me. Like honestly, I'm just super, super incredibly thankful for them. And I'm just really thankful for them. And I'm like, that's why I'm passionate about it, because they changed my life so much. And like, I want to keep seeing lives change because of this mentorship pouring into idea. So
yeah. Okay. So before we kind of get into the meat of all this, how did you find access to that? Did it come to you? Did you search it out? Was it just being involved in youth? Because I am going to say there's a lot of people in youth who still don't have access to that. I'm not just saying like I'm saying in general, like not just like a church youth, but just youth in general. Yeah. How did you get access to those mentors? Yeah,
I really, honestly, like, I wouldn't even say there's really much that I did. Like, I would say, like, I probably asked for it, but like, there's even people now where I'll ask for it and I won't get it. And so, honestly, it really just depends on the person. It depends on the generation above. It's not really on the mentee. It's really on the mentor. So like I can ask any people and I have some people are like, yeah, Cam, I'll mentor you, and then sometimes it doesn't really happen. But like really like I'll ask, but then like there's a lot of people who just genuinely it's up to the mentor who says, hey, like I'll do it. Yeah. So.
Yeah, 100%. No, I agree. Just like in my personal life, I have found that you can ask, doesn't mean it's always going to happen. It can be very intimidating to ask, and then for it not to happen can kind of be a letdown and make you feel, wonder about confidence in asking again. But I do think it's so important to continue to ask, to continue to find, because you will eventually find. Yep. Just like you did, you said, hey, sometimes it wasn't really, didn't come to fruition. Yeah. And then there was other times I asked and it did. So it is really important. But with the younger generation, okay, guys, I've reminded people on the last podcast, I'm going to do it again on this one. I am due next month. And so I am out of breath, and I don't typically sound out of breath, but that is why, just give everybody a heads up. Okay. But with the next generation, the upcoming generation, also instilling that confidence in them to ask. Yeah. and be okay with no.
Yep. Yep.
And that's leadership skills in life anyway. But so, okay. All right. So you said most Gen Zers say they want mentorship.
Yeah.
Okay. So give me some insight into that.
Yeah. Like most people, like my age, and even like younger, like even like our youth students, like they all want it. And I think there is some degree of like, you know, if someone says no, then it can discourage you for sure. But like my mom told me growing up, she goes, Cam, the worst someone could say is no. And so I'm like, all right, like I'm gonna shoot my shot, you know?
Yeah.
And so like I know that, and like I have students who like we'll kind of get into that, but I even got students who were like really like I can tell they want it.
Yeah.
And I think it really is just like the asking thing. It's like you really have to, like as the mentor, I think it's better to ask them like, hey, would you want to do this? And we'll kind of get into that. But yeah, like I have a stat. I heard a stat one time. It said 83% of Gen Zers say they want to have a mentor, but very few of them actually have it at all. So there's like as you mentioned earlier, there's this huge gap where basically like everyone wants one, but there's not actually there. So like I think it is part of like, hey, there's some kids who people my age who don't want to ask, but then there's also like only few people are actually, you know, taking the call of, hey, I want to mentor a kid. I want to mentor the next generation. So it's really both. Like it's us of not asking, but then it's also, hey, like some of you guys, like, you know, people who you want to be invested in and you didn't do it, you know? And so like it's really both, I guess, you know? So.
And I also kind of wonder if one of the factors is like an intimidation factor, like people who can be the mentor don't know what that looks like.
Yeah.
And like, okay, so you want a mentor. I want to be a mentor, but does that, like, how detailed is that? And I think we overthink it.
Yeah, for sure.
So
yes, I agree.
And I'm going to say this, Eli, my 16-year-old. So Cam and Eli already knew each other, just because of youth. They already had a relationship. But Eli, when he turned 16, I said, you know, like, you have a girlfriend, you're going to be driving, you're involved in sports, you have all this stuff going on in your life. And first I reached out to you and I said, Cam, this is what's going on in Eli's life. It wasn't anything bad. It was just has a girlfriend, sports. Like, it's a lot for him. And we're not going to want to be his place all the time to talk. Like, that's just the reality for parents. But I want him to have someone to talk to when he needs to. So I text Cam and gave him a heads up. And I said, hey, can you just maybe ask Eli to go hang out every now and then? Doesn't even have to be like a whole thing, you know? And told Eli, I said, hey, you have all this going on. You need somebody who's a safe place to talk, because I know you're not going to want to tell Dad and I everything. And so we just kind of connected it like that. Eli dragged his feet a little bit. And so we were like at church on a Sunday, and I texted Eli and I said, you're not leaving this church until you walk up to Cam and get a date set in place to hang out. And you guys really only hung out that one time, but Eli knows you're there. He knows that you're accessible. And that's what's important, I think. Mentorship doesn't have to be like, we need to meet every week. We need to do this. We need to, it's just letting that person know, I'm accessible to you. I'm here for you. And it's real basic. I mean, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree. Like, we don't need someone 24/7.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, we just want someone we can call. We want to talk to someone. We're like, one of my mentors, I was like, hey, dude, I talk to you for like 10 minutes max. Like, I have a phone call with you.
Yeah.
Like, just to talk over something that was going on in my life. And like, we don't care what degree you have. Like, we just want to know if you care for us.
Yeah.
Honestly. And like, so, and it can be like, it's super low capacity. I think, like, now again, like there are some like different levels of mentorship where it may be like, you know, you meet once a week or whatever, but there's different capacities to it. It doesn't have to be that. You can start out like super, super chill. Hey, like, if you need me, call me. And that means a lot to us. It means a lot more than you know. Yeah. It means so much more than you know. And so, yeah, like, honestly, I just truly believe that like everyone, even like my age, we can do it down, but everyone in this world, I truly believe, should be investing in someone younger than them. 100%. Like, I just truly believe it. And yeah.
Kim, are you 20?
20, yeah. I may be 21 when the sucker comes out. So maybe 21. I'll be a grown adult.
That's so funny. So because you are in that generation, and I, you know, for those younger kids, especially, I think, you know, in 20s and older, I do think that's where it's like you do meet a little more, you do a little more investment.
Yeah.
But in the teens, I do think that's where it's like, Or, not even, you don't have to handle time. Or as the mentor, it's just as simple as, hey, this thought came across my mind. I just want to encourage you with it.
Yeah.
And recognize, here's the thing, let me tell you a story. So Eli, there was one time he was real discouraged, and I sent him a text, and it was Jeremiah 29:11.
Yep.
And when I sent the text, I prayed over it and said, Lord, I know he's a teen. He's probably not even going to respond, but I'm going to send it. Can you just do what you do to help him absorb it, And he didn't text me back and never said anything about it. And about a month later, he has his basketball shoes on the banister. And what scripture is on those basketball shoes?
No way.
Yes.
Wow.
And so it's like, just because the teens aren't responding, just because they're not engaging the way you think they should, does not mean they're not absorbing.
Yeah.
And so when you're mentoring someone, and I told you this too, I'm telling everybody, it's the seeds you plant.
Yeah.
Don't get discouraged when you don't see the growth, because just like Eli, it was like a month later, I was like, oh no, he totally absorbed that. Like God totally helped him, you know?
Yeah.
So that's also what mentorship can look like, is I'm connecting with you, I'm pouring into you.
Yep.
Do not worry about responding to me. I'm just going to let you know every now and then that you're on my mind.
Yep.
You know?
And I think that's fine too. Like, I think that's good. Like, I don't think up to us. I think for us as mentors, I think it's really just up to us to be obedient.
Yes.
Like, just to be obedient and do it. And if you see fruit, like, great. If you don't, like, okay, like, that's okay. It doesn't even matter. I mean, it's going to come, even like from that story, like, it'll come eventually.
Yeah.
But like, don't let it discourage you. Like, I would hate for it to be like, man, like, I want to mentor this person, but like, I don't see any fruit from it. Is it worth it? Like, it is. Like, even if it takes a while. Like, but I think it's really just up to us to be obedient to actually do it and to actually start. Yeah.
I love that you said that, because that really does. If you're stopping mentoring someone because you don't see the fruit, then that means that mentorship was more about you and less about being obedient.
We don't want to hear that.
No, and less about being obedient. And being obedient does not always, I think we know in faith, does not always produce in the time that we want.
No, my goodness, no.
So, okay. So we're talking about 83% say they want to have a mentor. Okay. So the generation, you said my generation doesn't want to replace you. You guys want to learn from you.
Yeah.
So what is that? Like, kind of unpack that.
Like, I don't want to take some dude's job. I want to learn. Yeah. I don't want to, like, the people don't want to take your job. They want to learn. They don't want to, they may want a promotion, but probably they just want to learn. Yeah. They don't care really, like, about like your position. They just want to learn. Yeah. And so, like, we're not here to replace you. I mean, I guess, like, we are, because
right. Like, eventually.
Yeah, eventually, but like, not from the jump. Right. Like, majority of the time, I think, like, with a good heart posture, it's straight up, hey, like, I just want to learn from you. Like, I just genuinely want to learn from you, and just, like, give me everything you got. Yeah. Give me everything you got, and I will rock with it. I'll learn from it. And so, like, I don't even think, I assume there's probably someone listening who's like, man, like, I feel like I'm probably supposed to invest into this person, but honestly, if I'm being humble, there's a good chance that they may take my job. Yeah. And so it's like, you need to, like, realize, like, hey, he probably doesn't really want to. Yeah. Like, his heart motive probably isn't, man, I want to learn from him just so I can take your job. Right. Like, that's probably not what's going on. Yeah. They just genuinely just want to learn and understand, like, hey, like, what's actually happening here? Yeah. So, yeah.
No, I think that's a very real thing. I think the insecurity of, well, if I teach him, then that's a very real thing. And out there is that probably going on, but I'm with you. Like, I want to learn. Like, I want to absorb. I want to surround myself with people who are going to make me better. Yeah. And again, it's that insecurity thing. You got to put that away and say, these people are eventually going to replace us because of the age gap. Yep. So what can we do to prepare them and get them ready? Yeah. Yeah. So you're talking about, can you tell me a little bit more about Paul inviting Timothy into his life and how Paul found Timothy and all of that? Yeah.
So obviously, like, kind of, as I mentioned, like, I'm a pastor, so I was just kind of have, like, this biblical perspective anyways. And so, like, what we see from the Bible is, like, one of, like, the best mentorships that we see probably in history is Paul and Timothy. And basically, it's basically Paul. It's like Paul, Silas, would have been Luke as well. And they're going to this town called Macedonia. And so they stop in this town, and they're like, and like, these people, like, of, like, wise counsel, they're like, hey, there's a stud, young gun, like, probably, like, they didn't say this way, but, like, has the call of God in his life. And like, we're just letting you know that. And so like, again, like the question is like, how do we actually do this? Like, like man, maybe you're saying, Cam, like I want to invest in someone, I want to pour into someone, but what does it actually look like? And so like just from the relationship of Paul and Timothy, there's a few ways to do it. And the first one I see is like Paul invited Timothy into his life. So in scripture, he gets him, he says, hey, like come with me. And it wasn't Timothy saying, hey man, like the ministry looks like it's going really good, and can I just come with you and learn from you? Like it wasn't that. And so like even like inviting them into your life. So like that's why I prefer the mentor asking the mentee.
Yes.
Like obviously, like there'll be some people who are hungry and they're gonna ask you anyways, like ask to be mentored. But truly, like I just truly believe that from Paul and Timothy's life, that like the mentor should be asking the mentee if they want to be mentored. And so so the first thing I see in just the relationship is that Paul invited them into his life, and for us, so that's what we can do, is like we can invite them into our lives, whoever we're mentoring into our lives. I remember it was probably like a month ago. He'll be on the podcast. His name's Drew, Pastor Drew, lead pastor at North Point. And it was probably like his 4th week of the job. And it was so cool. It was like the NFL playoffs were going on, and we got a text from like all of our student directors got a text. And he was just saying, hey, like if you guys want to come over, watch football, like come through. And he invited us into his life. There was a time, this guy will also be on the podcast, Jeremy Alvarez, campus pastor at Nixa. This is probably 2 years ago. And I remember, like, I just wanted to hang out with them. Like, I just remember, like, man, anytime that any of these dudes ask me to hang out, I want to go. Yeah. And so basically he was like, I remember somehow we got in the conversation of like needing new jeans. Yeah. And so he's like, Cam, like, well, let's go to the Tanger outlet sometime. And so like we like scheduled a time, like I met him somewhere, and then like he took me in his car all the way to Branson, so like a 45-minute drive right to like the Tanger outlet, and we're just chopping it up, shooting the breeze, and then like we're talking like some real stuff, also just like we're just being friendly and stuff, and then like we get to Tanger and we go shopping, because he's shopping for his family as well, so like we're getting all this stuff, and then I remember we go to Chick-fil-A after, and it's so simple. It's such a simple thing to invite someone into your life. I've had evangelists who have like invited me to travel with them, and that meant so much to me. Of like I'm literally just with them, and it means so much. And it changed my life. Like these people who invited me into their life changed my life. And whenever Paul invites Timothy into his life, he changes Timothy's life. And like, if you're listening, man, you can change someone's life by inviting them into yours. Yeah. Like you can change that coworker's life just by inviting them to lunch. You can change that family member's life by inviting them over just to, talk about life. Yeah. You can change that person's life who is looking for some community by inviting them to your friend group. 100%. And like, it's so easy to change someone's life just by inviting them into yours. Yeah. And I think like for mentorship, that's huge. Like I'm always like, man, like how can I invite someone into my life? Like if I'm doing something where it's like just super chill, I'm like, who can I like ask to come with me?
And you do that. I tried at the game the other night. We were at the game the other night. It was the varsity or Eli's game and then varsity. And Cam's like, hey, because we were going to save you a seat. And you're like, I have one of the junior high students with me. And that's literally what you did. You were just like, hey, come to the game with me and watch. Yeah. Yeah. And you know how much energy it took out of me? Capacity? None. Yeah. Like I was going to be there anyways. Right. And like that's the same thing with Jeremy. Like, so Jeremy was probably going to go shopping anyways. Yeah. Like, bring him along. Because it means so much. Again, here's what I have to stress. There may be some times where like we don't, as the mentee, we probably don't show enough gratitude. Yeah. So like there's going to be times where like we have not told you how much it means to us, but I promise you, like it means so much to the person that you're mentoring literally just to hang out with you. Yes. It means so much to them. And so yeah, I'm like, man, like who can we invite into our lives as a mentor? What mentee can we invite into our lives just to give them like time? And like mentees, we want time. Yeah. We want time with you. Yeah. Literally just with you. Like I love hanging out with my mentors. Like it's great. I love it. Like I don't even care if we talk ministry stuff, if we talk communicating stuff. I don't even care. Like I just love just like being with them. Yeah. And like just like knowing like, hey, like they care enough to give me time. Yeah. Like I think someone's time is very valuable, and so it's like it means a lot to us of, hey, like they're actually giving us like their time of day to hang out with us. Like that means a lot to us. 100%. Even if we don't verbalize it. Yeah. So that's so good. So good. So another thing that you make a good point with is giving real opportunities. Yeah. And pouring into them with real. So kind of expound on that. Yeah. Yeah. Like I truly believe that we should be giving our mentees real opportunities. Even like, again, with Paul and Timothy, like
Paul gives Timothy a lot of opportunities to grow and learn, go and learn. And so like he asked him to I know he asked him to lead the church in Ephesus. He sends Timothy to strengthen the Thessalonian church, and he gives them a lot of opportunities to grow. And again, like we can do the same thing. Like we can send, man, if we have an employee who we know is like wants to be invested into and is killing it at their job, man, send them to that conference. Like send them to that thing. Maybe like give them some responsibility that they're not ready for. I read in a book one time, I want to say it was on Reasonable Hospitality. And the author writes, he's like, look, it's good for someone to give opportunity to someone when they're not ready for it.
Yeah.
Like when they're not ready for it. And I'm like, okay, so like, how can we give someone an opportunity that they're probably not ready for? I mean, that could be like, maybe that would literally just be like, hey, like lead this project and like, you just back off. Like you just like let them do their thing. Maybe it's like you're able to like give them an opportunity to like send a meeting that they shouldn't be in. So like if you're like a boss or something and you're meeting with other bosses like overall on your same level, like invite this person into the meeting that they're not ready to be in and just like let them see it. I guess that even goes into inviting them to your life. Like just let them see and just give them real opportunities to learn, give them real opportunities to grow. And I mean, cause that's really how, like, that's how you'll see someone grow is like, you have to give them opportunities. I think if like, someone just follows you, like you'll like follow, like as in like they just follow you through the day. You'll learn a lot, but they'll learn so much more if you give them a real opportunity.
Absolutely.
And like that's why Timothy like became such a stud. I mean, he already was, but like even more because Paul gave him opportunities to actually do what he was trained to do. So I'm a huge believer in that.
Do you feel like that you get that with where you're at?
Oh, yeah, not even close. I was a few weeks ago I got to do like a little social media video. And they know kind of where I feel like my gifting is at. And so they're like, hey Cam, like you want to do this thing, like you go for it. And so like, and they give me an opportunity to learn and grow. And like I love it. And even like, I mean, just like in like their time, like just like the pastors at North Point are insane. They're amazing, and they give me so many opportunities to learn and grow. And I appreciate that. And I think too, honestly, I think like that's why I believe in it so much as well. Like all of these things that I'm like going and said and already said are huge to me because like, they were given to me. And I see them in like the relationship with Paul and Timothy, but like I'm a big believer in giving people opportunities because I was given opportunities that like set me apart, that grew me, that helped me. Where I wouldn't be where I'm at without the people, but without the people giving me the opportunities as well to actually learn and grow. So
I love that. That's so good.
Hi, this is Dr. Linda Truitt from Ozark Veterinary Clinic in Ozark. We have been taking care of animals from a Yorkie, cows, cats, with a full-service clinic that offers complete surgical services, hospital, boarding, and now we take care of exotic animals from parakeets, snakes, to even flamingos. Ozark Veterinary has been taking care of pets and farm animals for over 50 years. Stop by our animal care center now, specializing in exotic animals on East Highway 14 in Ozark.
So, sorry. All right. So, calling out the gifts you see in them. I know what you mean. Explain what that means too. I'm a huge believer. I'm gonna tell a story first. There's this guy. His name's Kevin. Love Kevin. Kevin, if you're listening, I love you. He was a youth leader. He is a youth leader in our ministry. And I remember I was a senior in high school. And like we started going to North Point for the first time. And I remember now Kevin isn't like, the coolest, most hip dude. Like Kevin's like 60, okay? And I remember though, like we leave, so like the service flow of our service would be like worship. Then we like have like the message, going to worship again. Then we go into small groups. And so I remember I'm going into small groups and everyone's like, yo, where's Kevin at? Where's Kevin at? And I'm like, who the heck is Kevin? Like who is this guy? Like, and like, and so, and I remember like seeing him and like all of the students are just like they just love him. And so I'm like, like there has to be something there with Kevin that I'm missing out on. And so like I introduced myself to him. Hey, my name's Cam. What's going on? He's like, hey, my name's Kevin. It's great to meet you. And like, I mean, that was like 4 years ago. And Kevin is honestly like one of the most encouraging voices in my life, even to this day. And I remember I at that time I was a senior in high school and I didn't really know what I wanted to do yet. Like it was basically between two things. It was either do something else or do ministry. And I remember he said, I remember this so vividly. We're outside of the church. It's like before our new campus opened up. We're sitting at lunch. It's me, his wife Denise, and it's us three. And I'm telling them like kind of what I'm thinking, like what the other direction would have been. And they go, Cam, he says,
you have a gift on your life to do ministry. Listen very closely to what I'm about to say. You can see gifts in someone way before they can. And if Kevin did not say that, if he didn't realize, if he did not call out the gift in me, I genuinely don't know like where I'd be right now. And like that's why I'm so huge on calling out the gifts that they like that they have, that your mentee has. Like reveal it to them, like because they probably don't see it. Like even like again, like Paul told Timothy, he's like, hey, like you need to fan your flame. Like you got this gift and you need to grow it. And man, like that's what I'm saying. Like so if you like you have a mentee and like man, tell them what their gifts are. Like if you see it, like if they have a gift to lead, like let them know. If they have a gift like the public speak, maybe like they're just naturally really good at public speaking, like tell them that, like, hey man, like you like I know people who are around your age and can't do what you're doing, like at your like capacity to do it, like you're just really good. Like tell them that. Like if they have a gift to like to dream and create, like tell them that. Like it's so important to call out their gifts in their lives because they probably like don't know it. They don't know it yet. Especially like I mean like especially like our high schoolers or junior hires, like they have no idea. Like they don't really know. And so it's like if we can see some signs of like, oh man, like you have this gift and he has no idea, call it out. Because I mean like as it did with Kevin did to me, like it changed my life.
That's so good. That's so good. Oh, that kind of almost makes me cry. That's just so cool. Okay. So, and I like too that you said Kevin's in his 60s. So again, take note, y'all. Who cares if you're older? Like, because I know some people are like, no one's going to think I'm like all that. I'm older. No, like just listen to what Cam just said. I mean, what you have to do or what you have to say is powerful. And like 60 years of wisdom. It's like unmatched. Bring it to the table. For sure. So, okay. The other thing that you think is very important is praying. Praying for them. Yes. I big believer in it. And even it's really cool in scripture. Paul like says to Timothy, like, hey, like you are consistently in my thoughts and prayers. You are consistently in my thoughts and prayers. And I remember I basically, there's a guy named ER at our church. I love ER. I love ER as well. And so ER, basically, he like runs all of our like facility stuff, like hospitality, like, for all of our campuses. And I remember, so basically like Kevin helps me out. I'm like, okay, I want to go into ministry. And the first ministry job I get is a facilities job to move so we're renting out a location at Nixa in the strip mall. And my job is to move the stuff there to our new like actual building, like literally down the road. And like that's my first job. And it was awesome. It was me and my friend Justin, like one of my best friends, and we're like working together with best friend. Amazing. And so we're working, but we worked under ER. And so like I begin like ER was like the first person at North Point to like actually like grow me. And it was amazing. And so obviously like I got let go because like the building got finished. And so I was like, okay, like I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be a student's intern for however long. And so I basically like interned, and I would still see ER because like during the weekend. So like whenever I was working with ER, I saw him like literally 7 days a week, because I would see him during like my work schedule, but then also when I'm interning with students, like I would see him all the time. And so like whenever my job got done, like that didn't stop. Like I would still see him very often. And so ER really just became this voice of encouragement to me as well. And like I remember like we were like when I mentioned Unreasonable Hospitality, like he was the person who told me to read that. We met on that book. Like he's spent so much time like with me, even like the things I'm saying, he's giving me a lot of opportunities. And so I remember this was like 3 months, probably 6 months ago now. It's a Saturday night, so we have services on Saturday and Sunday. It's a Saturday before like the congregation's there, and like something like really like kind of crappy happened in my life, and I was down, and ER, like I have like the door shut into my room, and ER opens it. He's like, "Hey Cam, you good?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Are you really?" And I'm like, "Dang it, ER." Like ER just caught me lying to him. And I'm like, "No, ER, I'm not, man." And so he was okay, like after service, like let's talk. And so the service happens, goes great. And I remember we're taking out trash together, just like I needed time with him alone. And so we're taking out the trash, and I explain like what's going on. And so this is so crazy. I text him that night. I write this to him. I have it put up on my phone right now. I said, "Hey, just wanted to say thank you for your checking up on me." I said, "I appreciate you more than you know." This is what he responds with. He says, "I pray for you and your future
every day. I pray for you and your future every day.
Yeah.
And that meant so much to me. I'm like, you're telling me ER takes time out of his day to like pray for me by name?
Yeah.
Like he takes his time, and we see that with Paul and Timothy. And so like, I just believe in that so much. And like, I mean, like you have no idea how much it means to them.
Yeah.
Like you have no idea how much it means to actually pray for the person. Especially if they know it. Like, I love the ER a lot. I love him even more now. But it just means so much, and we see that, and I'm like, man, like the person that you are mentoring, like pray for them, man.
Yeah.
Pray for their marriage, pray for their family, pray like maybe you know some insight on a job at work. Pray for that too.
Yeah.
You can just be praying for their family.
Oh, that's
you can
so
be praying for them in general. So big
so
believer
good.
in that. So
good. You know, I when you're saying all that and how you started out, you just knew you wanted to do ministry. I think the thing that really sticks out to me right now, that what you said. But take a breath, guys. Hold on. Whew. Okay. You knew you wanted to do ministry. And I think a lot of people go, well, I want to do ministry, so let me hit the ground running. But you started out in facilities, and after facilities, there wasn't a paid position, so you interned.
Yeah.
And then after that, you are now working on staff with middle school.
Yeah.
And I think there is so much, what's the word? It says so much about you, and how you're willing to grow where you're at. It's leadership, Cam. Like that's leadership. Leadership is growing where you're at and not trying to get ahead of the game and skip, and understanding that even facilities has power. Even facilities has growth. Even facilities is ministry. And understanding that at such a young age, because at that time you weren't 20. And understanding that in such a young age is so powerful, and it says so much about your character and who you are. And the fact that you're only 20 and you understand all of that is mind-blowing, and it makes people like me go, you have an incredible future ahead of you, because you understand humility and the power of growing where you are, and that God has fruit everywhere. And so just kudos to you.
Kind.
For
Thank
real,
you.
Cam.
Thank you.
End us out with kind of some encouragement. You know, if you're older, you have more influence than you think. If you're younger, don't be afraid to ask. End us out with encouragement.
Yeah. I mean, as you mentioned, like Kevin was 60.
Yeah.
And he had so much influence on my life. Even like there's this guy named Trey. Trey's one of our youth pastors. Love you, Trey. Trey, I mean, I think he was, 23 when he invested into me.
Yeah.
Like he was young. Wouldn't be here without him.
Yeah.
Like the next generation, like they don't just need advice, all right? Like they want that access.
Yeah.
They want the opportunities. What they really need is belief, though.
Yeah.
Like they need someone that says, "Hey, I believe in you," and that just gives them so much. And it gives me so whenever I have a mentor, I say, "Hey, Cam, like, man, there was this guy. His name's Ty. I was basically, it was really cool. He like." This is a funny story. I was at this event, and he goes, apparently you have to be 21 to rent a hotel room. I had no idea. So I'm trying to go to this event in South Carolina, and I have nowhere to stay. And so I'm like texting all these people, yo, can I stay with you?
Yeah.
And I remember like I texted the guy who's leading the event, and he's like, hey, I think Ty's gonna let you stay with them. And I'm like, oh, sweet. So then Ty, this is so funny. Ty calls me like right after I get this text, and Ty says, hey, Cam, hear you're homeless. And I'm like, yes, I am. And I'm like, hey, how much is it going to cost? He says, bro, don't worry about it. So I'll cover it. And this is what he said. Yeah. He says, because I believe in you. And I'm like, all right.
That's so good.
Like, and that meant, like, I mean, I still get, you know, an overflow from that. You know, like that encouraged me. Even like that was said like 3 months ago now. Yeah. But like someone just saying, hey, I believe in you. Like, I'll do X, Y, and Z because I believe in you. Yeah. It means so much to the person. So that's just so like tell them, they need access, they need opportunity. But man, just tell them how much they're worth. Tell them again, like bring out the gifts they can't see yet. Yeah. And just tell them you believe in them. Yeah. Tell them you believe in them. So
that's so good. So Cam, if somebody is listening and they're like, I want to invest in someone. Yeah. What are some ways that they can do that? Like, what are some ways that they can get involved anywhere? Like, what comes to mind for you?
Yeah, I mean, for me, obviously, like I'm a student's pastor, so again, like there is people, you can change someone's life by volunteering in ministry.
Yeah.
Specifically, like I think students, because I'm like, that's like the age where they're like really understanding life. Like that's what like junior high to high school is. Like they're getting slapped by life.
Yeah.
And like they can use that. I think of like big brothers,
Yeah.
big brothers, big sisters. I'm like, hey. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Like that's mentoring someone. You can do that. I mean, there's a lot of opportunities out there. There's a lot of opportunities to just pour into someone and do it. So yeah. That's the two off of my head that like just come quick.
And what would you say to somebody who's listening who wants a mentor?
Yeah.
And is kind of in that place where they're not finding it, they're getting frustrated, it's kind of lowering their confidence a little bit with the process.
Yeah.
What would you say to them?
Yeah. I mean, as my mom told me, the wisher gets a no.
Yeah.
Like just shoot your shot. And I also think like there's been times in my life where like I'm starting to realize like again, like I'm a Christian, so like I think there's been times in my life where like something didn't work out, and I'm like, maybe that was like a God thing. Like maybe it wasn't supposed to work out. Like maybe I wasn't supposed to be a mentee of that guy. Maybe this didn't work out for that reason. And so I think you have to understand that too. If you're a person of faith, of realizing, hey, like it may just like God may not like want that to be your person.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but like. Yeah, like just ask. And I know like even as I said, like I prefer it to be the mentor asking the mentee, but sometimes that doesn't always happen. So you have to ask. And I think too, with asking, it shows you're hungry.
Yeah.
It shows that, hey, like you actually want to learn. And so even like for me with like students, like the main, there's a few things that I look for, but like one of the main things I look for students I want to pour into is if they're hungry. Like do they have a drive for something?
Yeah.
Like it would rather be a sport, rather be faith, like ministries, rather be whatever.
Sure.
And I think like asking for a mentorship shows, hey, like this person's hungry.
Yeah.
Like, this person probably won't waste my time.
Yeah.
This person is trying to develop and grow. And so yeah, I think like just ask. Ask. And if you get told no by some person, guess what? Ask again to another person, just ask. And at the end of the day, it's not in your control.
Right.
It's not in your control. It's up to the mentor to say, hey, yes or no. So just realize it's not in your control. Like you have literally no influence in that. So try not to spend your energy, thinking about that.
Yeah.
So,
All right, Cam, I'm going to catch you off guard. I'm going to have you actually end us in prayer.
Okay.
I want you to pray over our next generation of teens.
Yeah.
And I want you to pray over the people who are feeling a nudge to, after this conversation, to become a mentor.
Yeah.
So twofold. Pray for the people who are feeling the nudge to become a mentor, and pray for our teens.
Yeah. All right. Let's
do it.
Man, Jesus, we're so thankful. God, I'm thankful for the biblical representation of what mentor and mentee relationship looks like through Paul and Timothy. God, I pray for anyone who feels a nudge to do this. God, I personally, I don't believe that's a nudge. I truly believe it's your Holy Spirit speaking to them. And so, God, I pray that they would invite someone into their life. Yes. God, I pray that they would do like what's said. But God, I pray just for obedience. God, I pray that you'd give them courage to ask. God, I pray that you would give them a heart for this person, for whoever is coming to their mind right now. God, I pray that you would just give them courage to ask them and would just facilitate the whole thing, God. I just pray just for any type of maybe insecurity, God, that realizing like the next generation, they don't need something crazy. They just want someone that's available. They just want someone that's available to talk to them, God. So would you just encourage them with that any insecurity they have, God, I pray that you would throw that out of their mindset, and God, that they would ask the person to be mentored. And then God, I pray for the mentee. God, I pray for this next generation. God, I pray that you would open up so many doors through mentorships. God, I pray that they would ask and they would get told yes, but even if they get told no, God, that they don't get discouraged, but that they keep on asking. God, I pray that you would just do some super crazy things between the link of the generation above us and the generation now. Because God, as we've seen in Scripture, the big dreams take multiple generations to happen.
Yes.
So God, would we work together? Would we be a team? Would it not be who can get to the biggest platform the fastest, but would it be, God, how can we use our relationship to honor you? So God, I pray for everyone listening to this. I pray for every situation that's going on, every context that this could happen in. Lord, would you be with it? Or would you have favor on it? In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Cam, that's so good. Okay, Cam, thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
Thanks for pouring into people. Thanks
Love
for
it.
praying. And man, that was awesome. All right, guys, we will see you in a couple of weeks. Just kidding. I won't see you. You'll hear me in just a couple of weeks. Thanks, guys.